A big shout out to Crafter Space, Harshvardhan's Creations, Akansha Waleja for guessing the video right. कैसे guess कर लेते हो यार इतना सही?
Guys, namaste. Welcome to AnkiNish Creation. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a painting video. So I'm going to be painting on wood, as you can see on the title, but I'm going to be painting landscape in an Indian art style. So I'm really excited to share this painting with you all. मुझे बहुत पसंद आया इसका end result. So yeah, let's get started with this video.
So I'm using this heart-shaped wooden base for my painting today, and first I'll apply a coat of white paint on top of it to just have a light base to start with, so that when I paint other colors they pop up nicely. And also to smooth out the surface, I always like to apply white base first. Now next I have drawn a rough design on a rough paper first to see where I want which object, so that I have an idea when I'm drawing on the main surface, which is this wood. So now I'm drawing my basic design of mountain, tree, lake, sun and all those things, and then we'll start painting in it. If you have been watching my channel for some time, you must be aware of that I love landscape painting and I also love Indian art style. So this time I tried to mix both of them and paint landscape in an Indian art style. I really loved this painting technique. I don't know ye popular hai nahi hai, I really don't know, but I really loved doing this. I think I'm going to make more of this kind of paintings in future. For painting, I'm gonna use acrylic paints on this painting, and I'm going to be using lots of variety of different shades of acrylic paints. So this, as it is not a realistic looking landscape painting or something like that, you can use whatever color shades you have with you to paint this kind of landscape. So make it as much colorful as you want and just enjoy the process of it. Though it is a very small painting, but painting it in Indian style, like with all those details, it takes a little bit of more time than what the size of the painting is, but I can assure you it is so calming, so relaxing. बहुत मजा आएगा, एक बार try करके देखना. So first, as you can see, I'm painting all the larger areas with their base color, and then I'm going to fill in all the smaller parts with their base colors, and then when the base color will dry completely, we'll start adding the details on it. Sometimes with some paints, one coat of paint will not be enough, like here in this tree. So once the first coat of paint dries completely, try to add another layer before adding the details to make it more opaque and even. And when you spill something or make a mistake like I have done, don't worry, just rub off the excess paint, and when that has dried, apply the correct paint on top of it to hide your mistake and correct it. Now after this, I'll be done with my base colors, and till now कुछ parts of my base colors like the water and the mountain has already dried completely. So I'll start adding some details in the water first. So I'm taking a very thin brush and this dark blue acrylic paint and making some wavy patterns like I'm doing here, and then just filling it in. जहाँ पे भी वो patterns break हो रहे हैं, I'm trying to paint it in a way as if they are in a continuing motion. So yeah, I will fill the water pattern and then we'll move on to the mountain. Before starting with the mountain, as you can see मेरा tree का first layer of paint सूख गया था, so I added another layer of paint to make it more even, and now it looks much better than what it was looking in one coat of paint. I'll do the same with the trunk of the tree, and for the mountains I'm using the dotting technique like dot art, and I'm making some divided grass fields. How you can see on the mountains there are some, like at least here in Ireland we can see the mountains divided into this kind of grass fields, and they are used for farming and all other purpose, and there are also different patches of flower in it. So I'm going to be creating some flower patches in this mountain. So now I have created the division with dark green paint, and now I'm filling it with different colors of beautiful flower colors in it in different sections to create different flower fields on the mountain. So after painting the mountain, I'll move on to the tree and add some details into the tree part. I love how this mountain turned out. Let me know in the comment section below, please, how do you like the mountain, or which element of this painting you like the most. So now for the tree, I'm adding some stems using a very light green paint, and then I'll add some details. So I've created this section in the tree using this stems, and now I'm adding some details into the tree with a very thin paint brush. Now after this we'll move on to the sun part. So for the sun, I've divided the sun into half. Like one side I've just done a gradient shade coloring, and on the other side I've added some features like facial features on the sun. So for the features part, I'm using black acrylic paint and highlighting all the facial features in that part, and also into the race part I'm adding some red paint and adding some details, and I think it looks so good. I'm in love with all the elements, and while editing this video I want to make another painting like this. I am so much in love with this painting style. Now to add little bit of clouds in the sky, I'm just using a dark blue paint and a thin brush and making some clouds like this. I'll also add some white highlight into these clouds, and I'll make some white clouds as well, and then we'll see what we do next. So this is how it looks after painting all the elements. Now what I need to do is just to add border to all this element to separate them nicely, and I think a black border always looks good in this kind of painting, so I'm going to do that right now, and then we'll be done with our painting. And this is how it looks after adding the black border. Now I'm going to add little bit of gold border onto the border of the heart shape, only on top of the mountain part and not adding to the water part, because I just felt that will look good. And then I'll be done with my painting. And here is the final look.
So that's it for this video. I really hope you all liked it. बताना ये पेंटिंग स्टाइल कैसी लगी. मुझे तो बहुत पसंद है. थोड़ा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग होती है लेकिन बहुत रिलैक्सिंग, और एंड रिजल्ट तो बहुत ही अमेजिंग होता है. तो पक्के से ट्राई करना to paint landscape in Indian art style. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and also if you want to see more paintings like this. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's reach to 50,000 subscribers as soon as possible. So subscribe and share this video, please. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye. Love being creative. Bye bye.